The way I like to rig the Yumbrella, you know, for the way I want to fish today, which is a little bit deeper, you know, I like to put a 1/4 ounce money head, you know, in the middle. That's your weight, that distributes your weight for the Yumbrella. And then you just thread it on. Probably the most important thing is to make sure you get that thing just deadly straight. If it's not straight, then it's going to turn your head over. You want to make sure it comes out directly in the back there, like so. One important thing I like to do is use super glue. This just saves you some time throughout the day. If you glue it once, you're pretty much, with the strength of the money minnows, you're pretty much good fishing, you know, for an entire day. See right there, he's rigged straight. He's gonna swim straight every time, just like that. But that's the basic setup. You know, you can see there, I have 2 bigger baits and 3 smaller baits on the top. It lets the Yumbrella track just true. This is the bait that they're gonna key on. It's back a little bit further. This bait and this bottom bait will be the bait that they'll bite 90% of the time. So you always want to make sure your 2 hook points here are the sharpest. And that's how I rig the Yumbrella. There he is. The biggest thing on throwing this is kind of like back in the old days of catfishing. You're throwing chicken liver. And if you throw it too hard, you know, too quick, you're gonna throw your chicken liver off. The best way is just a steady lob. If you get to trying to whip it or over the top of your head, you're gonna tangle your baits and, you know, possibly even, you know, it's not gonna feel good, it's gonna hurt. The best thing is just a steady lob, you know, just go back and forward, and you get more distance on that lob and your baits, they don't tangle. That's the best way I know how to cast, and you just want that steady lob. There he is. Boot, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, something. Oh. Oh.
It's not really a lure, but it's a way of presenting lures. The possibilities of what you can do with this is how good of imagination you've got. On schooling fish, for instance, you can have 2 pop-Rs, twice the commotion and twice the targets. Rig up a couple of spinnerbaits. What it's going to look like is 6 small fish coming through the water at the same time, a small school. You can run 2 crankbaits side by side. You can use your old Zebco 33 and the 1960s fiberglass rod that came with it if you want to. You could run 2 jerk baits on this, especially suspending jerk baits. The double-up rig is so light it's not going to affect the suspending of your lure very much at all. It's going to be a great deal for searching, great deal for establishing a color and catch schooling fish, crappies. Man, I'd even put 2 tubes on this thing and fish it for smallmouth bass and suspended largemouths. But I'd put one color on one and one color on the other, and pretty quickly I'd find out which one they're biting that day. All you got to do is get on the fish.
I'm gonna try to swing it. Ah! All right, there's a nice 5-pounder. There's an Okeechobee 5-pounder, boys. I tell you what, 2 swim baits on that baby.
The multiple rigs where you're creating the illusion of a school of fish, it's here to stay, man. And that's bait school technology.